lot of people experience emotional neglect. The only problem is that most don't even know about it because the signs are hidden. Emotional neglect is the absence of emotional support. So therefore, there's nothing someone is doing wrong. It's the lack of action. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to deal with and overcome emotional neglect in relationships. Hi Lovebug, I'm Vivi. Welcome to Adventure World. My channel is all about guiding you to an exceptional relationship with yourself, with your partner, and just live a better quality of life due to emotional intelligence. So if this is something that you really want to improve in your life, then consider subscribing and hit the little notification bell to get notified whenever I release a new video. And after watching this video, check out the library of videos because there's a whole bunch of videos on similar topics that can profoundly help you transform and change your life. Have you ever asked yourself why some people stay married for months and years, being totally unfulfilled and unhappy, but they cannot really pinpoint out what is wrong? Most likely, these things happen due to emotional neglect, which makes us really unhappy and unfulfilled, but it's really hard to say what is missing in our relationship. For example, the lack of fighting can either be trauma, emotional neglect, or emotional fatigue. Whereas at first it sounds great, people are never fighting, but there is an underlying issue. So listen closely to how to deal with emotional neglect in relationships. Adults that have experienced emotional neglect as kids often have similar patterns and try to avoid stress and cope with it due to all kinds of numbing or addiction or substance abuse. This can also be things like over-exercising, overeating, numbing the feelings, binge watching TV or Netflix. All kind of things that we're doing in excess is to cope with that feeling that we are most likely not even aware of that we're having. People who are being emotionally neglected in their relationship also tend to underachieve in their jobs, in their relationships, in whatever they're doing in life, staying in unhappy relationships longer than necessary, doing things that don't really make them happy. And the people that are in a relationship with them often feel their partner being distant, a lack of emotional support, the partner not really being there for them, not really being present, just emotional distance. So now, how do we deal with emotional neglect in relationships? The first thing we need to do is getting to know ourselves and our partner better. Even though you've been with yourself your whole life and you've been with your partner for a few months or a few years and you think you know everything about them, that's not true. Try to really understand yourself. Try to find out your patterns, where you're not showing up in your life. Try to get to know yourself, what drives you, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and find out the same things about your partner. Number 2, learn and accept that your feelings and your emotions matter as much as everyone else's. It is not that your partner's emotions are valued higher or are more important than yours. Everyone's emotions matter the same and are important to be addressed. Therefore, it might be important that you draw boundaries. What do you want to accept? What are you not going to accept from now on anymore? And communicate what you need. Communication is a vital part of improving your relationship, no matter if you're being emotionally neglected or not. So I have a beautiful training for you on how to communicate more emotionally intelligently, more effectively, and create deeper connections with your partner, with other people, which is linked in the comments below. So definitely go check it out. It can help and transform your life profoundly, so definitely go check it out. If your partner is emotionally neglectful, he might not even be aware of it. So talk about it, make him aware of it, and start sharing your own feelings more. Because if your partner is unable to understand and cope with his emotions, how can he possibly ever understand yours and also provide support for your emotions? It is just impossible. So by you sharing more about how you feel and trying to understand how your partner feels, what he feels, and when he feels certain emotions, will help you to bring both of you closer together. If your partner is unaware to put himself into your shoes, make it a priority that you share your feelings and what you need and what you expect, so that your partner can get used to it and get into a habit of knowing what you're feeling, what you need, and really start to support you emotionally better. Therefore, it is important that you treat yourself knowing that you and your emotions matter. If you've been emotionally neglected for a long time, you might think, oh, my emotions are just not that important. They are. As I said, everyone's emotions and feelings matter. So start sharing with your partner how you feel. Ask him for his feelings as well, and start validating his emotions and feelings as well. The next step is be more true to yourself. Only when you're truly true to yourself and you act like it and you show it in your personality, only then can your partner react to it. People can react to what they see. If we have no idea what's going on and you never talk about it, it's really, really hard to find out and to really give you the support that you need. And number 5, make an effort to understand what your partner is feeling throughout the day, throughout the week, mornings, evenings, whenever it is. Try to understand what your partner is feeling and practice putting your feelings and your emotions into words. Because if you haven't done it in a long time, it can be really hard. If that is hard for you right now, watch the video on what emotions are and how to deal with emotions. Just a short recap. It is important to distinguish different emotions, just as insecurities, doubt, fear, and anxiety, and know where we feel them in our body. So if you haven't seen any of these videos, definitely go back and check them out. So make each other more attentive to each other's feelings, so you can really start to learn putting ourselves in our partner's shoes and understanding what your partner needs. And once we've practiced this and we've gotten in the habit of understanding what our partner feels or recognizing our partner is going through an emotion, we can then start to be attentive to that emotion. Therefore, it is important that you ask questions. Don't just assume that only because the last 3 times your partner went through certain emotions, it became a pattern and he's going through the same emotion. Ask questions. Ask questions like, are you upset about what I just said? You seem to be frustrated. You seem to be annoyed. Is there anything I can do for you? Is there anything I can help you with? Can I comfort you right now? Is there anything I can help you with? You look overwhelmed or anxious right now. How do you feel? See how your partner responds, and you will soon find out the right way to ask your partner, and you're therefore able to create a deeper connection with your partner. And one of the things that is really important, don't ever hold back an emotion just out of fear that your emotion might upset your partner. Understand that the more we talk and the more we get to know our partner, the more we're able to create a deeper connection and therefore a better relationship. And isn't that what we're all ultimately looking for? Building an incredible relationship that is supportive, that brings us joy, happiness, that makes us be fully fulfilled. And then the last tip for today, know your partner's love language. There are tons of videos about the love languages. Go check them out. If you have no idea what they are, definitely watch the video. Know your partner's love language, because neglecting a hug from a physical touch person has a way deeper impact and is way more harmful than neglecting a hug from a words of affirmation person. Whereas saying something stupid or silly can have a way deeper and more harmful impact on a person with a love language, words of affirmation, than it will have on a quality time person. So check out your partner's love language and make sure that your partner's love language is the one that is emotionally met the first and the most. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like, share it with your friends and family so they know how to deal with emotional neglect in relationships as well, and consider subscribing to the channel if you want to learn more about emotional intelligence and living a better quality of life. So thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next video.